Vyasa came to Yudhisthira and encouraged him to perform the Ashwamedha Yagna, a grand ritual to assert his rule and bring peace. Yudhisthira hesitated, worrying that he didn't have enough wealth to fund such a large sacrifice. Vyasa reassured him, saying, "Do not worry about the money. Long ago, Emperor Marut hid immense treasures, gold, silver, and jewels, deep in secret vaults in the Himalayas. You can use these riches for the Yagna. I will go with you and help locate them." Yudhisthira, feeling reassured, sought permission from Dhritarashtra, Gandhari, Vidura, and Kunti to perform the Yagna. He then assigned Yuyutsu and Vidura to protect the city while he was away and sent an invitation to Sri Krishna, asking him to oversee the arrangements. The Pandavas, along with Vyasa and their army, set out for the Himalayas in their chariots. Meanwhile, Sri Krishna arrived in Hastinapura with his Yadava relatives, including Balarama, Satyaki, Kritavarma, Charudeshna, Samba, and Vasudeva. Subhadra also returned with them. Dhritarashtra, along with Yuyutsu and Vidura, warmly welcomed the Yadavas at the city gates, offering the traditional hospitalities. Shortly after their arrival, Uttara, the widow of Abhimanyu, gave birth to a child. At first, the midwife cried out in joy, announcing, "A son! A son!" But soon, the joy turned to sorrow. The baby was stillborn. Subhadra wept uncontrollably, crying, "The Pandava dynasty has ended." Draupadi, overwhelmed with grief, turned to Sri Krishna and said, "Achyuta, this must be the lingering effect of Ashwatthama's Brahmastra weapon. Uttara has fainted, and Kunti is too heartbroken to speak. You are our only hope now." At that moment, Uttara regained consciousness and, still weak, handed her lifeless child to Sri Krishna, pleading, "You are our only refuge." Sri Krishna, holding the child in his lap, sprinkled water over the baby's body. With deep conviction, he proclaimed aloud, "If I have ever done any virtuous act." Sri Krishna, holding the lifeless child in his lap, prayed aloud, "If I have ever lived a life of truth and righteousness, let this child come back to life right now." Almost instantly, the baby showed signs of life and began to cry. Strangely enough, the sound of the baby's cry brought joy to everyone around. Uttara, overjoyed, bowed at Sri Krishna's feet, and he blessed her. Meanwhile, the Pandavas returned from their expedition to the Himalayas, bringing back the vast treasures of King Marut, which were carried by thousands of elephants, camels, chariots, and horses. Upon learning that Sri Krishna had brought Uttara's child back to life during their absence, Yudhisthira expressed his heartfelt thanks. Vyasa named the child Parikshit, meaning the one who was protected. Yudhisthira then requested Dhammawa and Vyasa to begin preparations for the Ashwamedha Yagna, a grand ritual meant to declare his sovereignty. The sacrificial horse was released, and Arjuna was chosen to guard it. Before Arjuna set off, Yudhisthira gave him careful instructions. "This is a symbolic gesture to reaffirm our rule. I want you to handle this with diplomacy and come back victorious without shedding any blood. We have seen enough war. Let our motto be, defeat, but do not kill. I want victory without violence. Don't bring me flowers, bring me their fragrance instead." With those words in mind, Arjuna followed the sacrificial horse, prepared to carry out the peaceful conquests as part of the ritual.